This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, here we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, my wonderful peeps? Sports to the bone here again, man. Shout out to all the viewers, subscribers, and the followers. Big up on yourself. Alright, my viewers, so I have something here that I want to share with you guys. So Sportskeeda, which is a popular sporting website, they have actually put together a list of all-time Test 11 featuring a player from each Test playing nation. So we're going to zoom in on this list, and I am expecting that you guys will let me know what you think about the list in the comment section, and you will also give me your list down there in the comment section also. So yeah, man, guys, before we go into it though, I'm gonna ask you to please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, leave a like on the video, and make sure, as I said earlier, drop a comment. Now the team is made up of 5 batsmen, a wicket keeper, 3 specialist bowlers, and 2 all-rounders. So that is the general makeup of the team. So we're going to go down into it and see the players that would have made the team. And, you know, probably some person's going to say that such and such a player should have been in the team. But remember, guys, it's only one player representing each Test playing nation. Now, they have decided to start off the list with the openers. And the number 1 opener that they have there is Sir Alastair Cook from out of England. Yeah, man, England is being represented by Cook on the list. And I must say, guys, I would have gotten the opportunity to see him while he was playing. You know, I would have seen him at his best and at his worst. You know, from time to time, he would probably have a couple of innings that weren't going in his favor. But as they say, form is temporary and class is permanent. He usually shine through those poor time and eventually come through on the stronger side. So Alastair Cook, guys, he kicks off the list as the number 1 opener. And we are talking about a guy that, in my opinion, he would have retired maybe a bit early. Yeah, man, he was still at playing at a good level when he retired. I am thinking that he could have gone on to represent England for a couple more years, but the pressure was building and he decided that he was going to give it up. We are talking about a man that would have scored over 10,000 runs, you know, as an opener. Yeah, man, that is probably 95% or somewhere thereabout of his runs was actually scored in the opening position. In total, he ended up scoring over 13,400 and odd Test runs, and before calling it quits. And for those who remember, you know, he made a half century and also a century on debut against England in a Test match. And in his last Test match, he also made a century. So one of the few players who would have managed to score a century on debut and also one in his final Test. So he comes in at number 1. Now Sportskeeda, they have decided that they are going to change things up a little, and they are putting Kevin O'Brien to open the innings with Sir Alastair Cook. And we all know that through his heydays, he would have played majority of his innings batting in the middle order. But, you know, they thought that based on his playing style and based on Alastair Cook's playing style, they would match up together and would be a good team. And often considered as one of, if not the best player to have played for his country, he easily gets in as the man to represent his country. And we know he hasn't gotten a chance to play much Test cricket, but in the couple that he would have played, he was able to average 51. And, you know, his fans and people that really tune into Test cricket would remember that 118 that he scored against Pakistan. So he gets in there and is opening the innings with Sir Alastair Cook. So that basically takes care of the openers. Now going down to the number 3 spot, then down into the middle order, we have a man representing India. And no, my viewers and subscribers, we are not talking about Sachin Tendulkar. We're talking about Royal Javid. Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, he's the man representing them. A man that is affectionately called The Wall. Yeah, man, he will forever be a legend in the eyes of all cricket-loving fans. So he would be batting at number 3. And according to the article, guys, it was a tough choice between Javid and Sachin. but Javid got the nod over him. Now, just to give you a little bit of information where Javid is concerned, if I'm not mistaken, he's one of only 2 batsmen to have scored over 10,000 test runs at the number 3 slot. So one of the solidest persons that we could have selected, or that they could have selected to be in this team. When we're talking about technique, it is a reason why they called the man the wall. He was so hard to dismiss, guys. You know how they can set up batsmen these days and get them out? Royal Javid was a man that was technically sound, and it wasn't easy to break him down at all. When it comes on to his numbers, he would have scored over 13,288 runs in 164 test matches, and he had an average of 52.31 with a top score of 270. So we're talking about top class cricketer. Top class cricketer. Probably didn't manage to score a triple century, but you know, to have played 164 test matches and still managed to average 52, you can understand that this is a top man that we're talking about. Now, supporting Javid there, we would have an Australian, and we're talking about none other than the man himself, Sir Donald Bradman. Yeah, man, I am assuming that most of my listeners here wouldn't have gotten a chance to see him play. But, yeah, man, Sir Donald Bradman, he is the man that is listed to come in after Royal Javid. And it goes without saying, the man averaged 99.94. You understand? So that right there is the best test average. And, you know, a lot of people don't like to put him in the argument when they are talking about best test cricketers because of these different factors. But it goes without saying that average really stands out, my viewers and subscribers. And he was the captain of the Australia team in the 1950s when they were invincible. Yeah, man, when they were very dominant. He was the captain, and he is also listed as the man to captain this 11. Alright, so another player that will be in that middle order is Andy Flower. Yeah, man, Andy Flower will be representing Zimbabwe and will be holding the gloves. So he's the gloves man, and he will be expected to score some runs in the middle order also. Often said to be the best batsman to have come out of Zimbabwe. You know, one of the best wicketkeeper batsmen to have ever played the game. You know, one of only few wicketkeeper batsmen to have scored a couple of test match double centuries. So shout out to Mr. Andy Flower. And I want you guys to bear in mind that, you know, this man managed to average 50 while having to deal with the wicket keeping job. You understand? Not a lot of cricketers or wicket keepers are able to do that. So he's the man that will be handling the gloves, and he will also be expected to score some runs. As I said, from time to time he might fly underneath the radar when people are talking about wicket keeper batsmen. But Andy Flower alongside Kumar Sangakkara, those are two of the best to ever do it. So yeah, man, he comes in there and he will be expected to, you know, to make some runs in the middle order. Alright, so in the all-rounder spot is the big man himself. The big man. The man that I oftentimes say that probably is the best cricketer that I have ever seen with my own 2 eyes. Not talking about things that I would have read or videos that I would have watched. I'm talking about cricketers that I would have watched played live. Whether, you know, I go to the ground and watch them, or whether it's been live on television. And we're talking about none other than Mr. Jack Callis. Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers. This man managed to score over 13,000 runs in test cricket while capturing 250 odd test wickets. And I don't want you to think this is anything soft, you know. We just looked at Royal Javid, who is considered to be one of the best batsmen of all time, and he managed to score over 13,000 test runs, right? And Jack Callis, as an all-rounder, also managed to score 13,000 runs while taking over 200 and odd test wicket. You don't see that the man was a genius. Not to mention how good he was in the field. When we're talking about slip catching, so you can expect if he's not bowling, he will be in the slip region there with those bucket hands to take slip catches from some of the bowlers that I am going to be mentioning further down. So Jack Callis is my first all-round. Well, is their first all-rounder on the list. Another all-rounder that makes the list is our West Indian. Finally, our West Indian is there now. And we're talking about Sir Garfield Sobers. Yeah, man, Garfield Sobers, guys. And it goes without saying, this man was one of the best to ever do it. You hear me always saying that Jack Callis is the best cricketer of all time. Some persons, have it to say that Garfield Sobers would notch him or would notch Jack Callis, but he's there. So let us look at his number. A man that would have scored over 8,000 runs with 58 as his average, guys. You hear what I say? Over 8,000 runs with an average of 58. Also picking up over 235 wickets. Sir Garfield Sobers was extremely good, and he was very versatile. A man that could bowl medium pace, a man that could bowl spin. You understand? The man could do it all when it comes on to cricket. So he is there, and he will be expected to score some runs in the middle order, and will also be expected to take some wickets when his team gets a chance to bowl. Representing the Tigers, or representing Bangladesh, we have Shakib Al Hassan. Yeah, man. With over 3,800 runs and well over 200 wickets. His tops, and now we're talking about a man that would have managed to score over 217 runs against New Zealand. You understand? And that would have been his highest score in Test cricket so far. So we see that he's no mug with the bat, even though he's oftentimes picked into franchise teams as a bowler. But when it comes down to batting, he's also a very good batsman, my viewers. Over 3,000 odd runs. A lot of specialist batsmen would have not managed to score that amount of runs throughout their career. So Shakib Al Hassan makes it on here. Now, Pakistan, my viewers and subscribers, they have their representative coming up next. And who but Mr. Wasim Akram? We all know how good this man was, guys. You understand? So Wasim Akram, he makes the list for Pakistan. And with a combined total of well over 400 wickets in both ODI and Test, Mr. Wasim Akram steps in as our first out-and-out bowler. Next bowler would be representing the Kiwis from New Zealand, Sir Richard Hadley. Yeah, man, and he will be representing the Black Caps, a fast bowler, one of the fastest of his time to play for New Zealand. Also managed to get over 400, and he was actually the first bowler, if I'm not mistaken, to breach the 400 mark as regards to a pace bowler. So shout out to him, Richard Hadley. He is representing the Kiwis. Yeah, man, he was the go-to man when they wanted to take wickets back in the days. Now, the spin king from Sri Lanka, he comes in on the list also, talking about Murthaya Muralitharan, and he makes the list solely based on his performances that he would have put in over the years. Goes without saying, my viewers and subscribers, I don't even have to divulge too much about this man. The man has managed to capture over 800 wickets, guys. So you can just imagine that we are talking about a genius. You understand? The man that took spin to a whole different level. Yeah, man. So he is there also. So that is what the list basically looks like, guys. I doubt I would have missed out anybody. So that is what the list looks like. They have a honorable mention, and he's from Afghanistan. Now you don't even have to guess too hard. We're talking about the spin wizard, Mr. Rashid Khan. So he comes in on the list as the honorable mention. So as I said earlier in the video, guys, just go ahead down there in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this list. Would you have left off? Who would you have left off, and who would you have included on the list? So remember now, guys, if you are going to give me 11, it is not the best playing 11 out and out 11 players that would have played in Test cricket. We're talking about one from each team. So if you are going to give me your 11, just make sure that you bear that in mind. Go down here in the comment section and let me know what you are thinking. Sports to the bone, keeping you informed. Please remember to like, share, leave us a comment. If you have not yet subscribed, go right ahead and subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm out.